Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim World 3 video. We're back on the Long Island Railroad and we're in the M3, not the M3A, but the M3. I'm probably get those headlights on as well. Oh, there we go. Got them on. And yeah, we're going to be taking a service from Atlantic Terminal over to Hempstead. It's been ages since we've been on this route, so I thought let's just come back on. It's a good route, New York, so what's there not to like? We're due out of here quite soon as well, so let's get all of the systems on. Let's see what we got in this one. Signalling system breaker, that's probably quite important. ATC breaker, that sounds important. And yeah, I think that's everything in this one. I think, at least what you can do on this version of the M3. So we should be, yeah, it should be all good. I want to charge the brakes. Max, charge the brakes. Nostrand Avenue next. There we go. Right, I think that's good. Right, let's get going. 5 miles an hour out of Atlantic Terminal. Oh, hang on, that would help if we hold on. Hold on. What? Why are you not going forward? What's going on? You go forward. Where's the off position? Oh, I had it. Well, this is not going well, is it? Oh my god, do I have to put it to max maybe? There we go, you have to put it to max. Right, now we can go. I was thinking, where's the off position? That's not F1. Well, no, that's the off position. No, what's that one? Coast. So you can't change it when you're in coast. Okay. So I think we are a fairly slow service. Have a look. Nostrand Avenue Eastern. Oh yeah, we are. Well, actually, no, we're quite quick actually. We're sort of slow to begin with, and then we become fast. A bit dark through here. It's the thing with American terminal stations. So slow. This is the worst US terminal station. Atlantic Terminal. It's the worst one. 5 miles per hour. 5. I mean, if they just put it up to 10 or even 15. I mean, the signal speed is 30. It's saying on there that you've got to go 5. Otherwise, it will get, well, the game will get unhappy. So yeah, 5 miles an hour out of here. Let's only get there. Come on, train. It's been ages since I've done this part of the route, so hopefully I can remember the speed limits. I think it's yeah, it's 45. I think on the sort of bridge part, and I think also 45 possibly coming up. Then it drops down once you've come into Nostrand. It drops right down there. But we'll see how we get on. And that's the speed, well basically the lowest speed limit's the one you have to follow. So at the moment the track speed is 5 miles per hour. Whereas the signal speed is 30. I don't know if the track speed actually should be showing up on the little box there which says track speed. Yeah, it's just incredibly slow. But it's a nice old journey along to Hempstead. And yeah, it seems to be rather quick as well. So we're not stopping, I think it's at Hollis, Queens Village, or Bellerose. So that's sort of the, well, yeah, then it's Floral Park, then we're fast, I think, to Hempstead after that. So we're being treated to a nice fast service. And we're 6 coaches. Right, we start speeding up now. takes way too long, but you can probably walk it quicker. Well, maybe not, but you can walk it quite quickly. Now you got to slow down again in a second, as we then head up to quite a steep gradient, actually, sort of round to the side and up onto the bridge. It's quite impressive, actually, sort of how steep it is. You go from being in a tunnel to being way above the road. It's quite a cool system. I think it's a bit faster along here. So I haven't driven this bit in ages. But I know it comes down once we come out. I mean, the signal speed saying 60. Although I'm pretty certain it's not 60 along this bit. Also feels weird being on a sort of non-UK route. I mean, the last, as we're not really streaming we're not streaming daily now. Haven't really been on any sort of, American, German, or any of the other. I haven't been on any of the. I've just been doing UK bits. So it's good to be back on an American route, and one which is quite sort of similar to sort of a UK route. And that's what I like about Long Island and the Harlem line. Both New York, and both just very similar-ish to UK, or to a UK route. Whereas it's New York, it's got a mix of sort of Dutch and English place names. Third rail, sort of modern-ish electric multiple units. It's nice. Yeah, this is really steep up here. So coming out of the tunnel, then straight up onto the bridge. I mean, look at the grade. You can really sort of feel it. You can see it sort of flattens out up there. It's really quite impressive. And even the station's quite cool. Sort of the bridge going over the road and. Six to 12. Yes, there we go. There you go, 6. I thought it was a bit further back than at the 6 marker, but no, it's just there. I thought it was. Oh no, there still is quite a small platform. Yeah, look at that. I mean, look at that rear door there. In fact, why have they not opened? Do it again. It's weird. Oh yeah, I think it has to be in a certain brake setting. There we go. You have to have a certain amount of brake pressure on for the doors to release. But yeah, look how close that is. And we're on the marker. That we're bang on. It's a very sort of tight platform. If you misjudge that stop a little bit short, I mean that door is going to sort of be half on, half off. Yeah, 45 here. Which is really not ideal. Right, let's go. We are off. And this is, there's the One World Trade Center there, and the New York skyline. Which I don't think I've actually seen from here before, because no, it wouldn't have been the last. No, it couldn't have been. I'd say the last time we might have played this would have been on last gen, but no, that wouldn't. No, couldn't be. But yeah, if you're a New York local, how busy does Atlantic Terminal get? Is it a busy station? Is it quite a quiet terminal station? I mean, it's from some sort of a non-New Yorker, I would sort of think Atlantic. I would think most people would probably get off at Jamaica. and then switch over to New York Penn. Well, I think from Atlantic Terminal you've got boats, haven't you? Boats will then take you over to Manhattan Island. Well, that seems a bit slow. It sounds a bit slow. And the signals on here are fairly straightforward. To remember them myself. Yeah, vertical means you're all good. Basically a green light. Across, well, a diagonal means sort of warning, get ready to stop. And then a cross is, well, that is basically stop. It's a red light. I think is it Pennsylvania Railroad signals. You got a mix on this route, sort of the colour ones and these older ones. The newer ones are sort of on the more busier areas. Wow, New York Penn as well, actually. I think Jamaica's got the old ones, actually. So I think yeah, New York Penn might be the only place. No, I think New York Penn's the only place with the colour lights. I suppose it's a massive station, Northeast Corridor. Sort of has to have the newer ones. Now we're coming up to East New York. A very generic name for a station. So in New York, it's an absolutely massive place. And just East New York. As I was probably at the time it was built, the station, maybe this actually was quite a sort of a much smaller area of New York. So they were like, right, we're on the east side, so East New York. But now it's just everywhere. So East New York sounds quite generic. It's like having a station called East London. So really, it's a nice station. That's really nice, actually. I think you've got the road above. It's a pleasant one there. Where is the stop marker? It's in the middle. It's in the middle. The middle marker. Is that 6 to 8? Yeah, 6 to 8. Get the old motors on this unit. Here we are. This is East New York. And after this, you've got quite a long stretch actually to Jamaica Station. Yeah, 8 minutes. So we got to go up there. Come on. Got Case wanted to sit behind me again. You might see her tail in a sec. Come on, well, go on then. There it is, just about. Get the door shut. Oh, you got some colour lights here actually. No, stay there. Right, 45. Let's go. Right, leaving East New York. There is actually a 70 board. I know 70 is sort of when it goes onto the straight. And it does come down again near Jamaica. Right down. Lovely. But it's a good route. And if you are looking for sort of a newer route to get, you know, maybe you've done all your third rail UK routes, you've done the Harlem line, Long Island Railroad, it's worth a go. So it's a much older route. It has had its upgrades, just not extensively. But yeah, it's worth a go, Long Island. And it's also on Train Sim Classic now as well. Well, it's a bit tricky on Train Sim Classic though, because it lags quite a bit. As to sort of how detailed it is. I think once we're off this curve, it will then go up to 70. which is, well, basically now. I don't think there is actually a board for it. You just know when it goes up. So I'm going to start getting that up now. As yet we are on the straight now. Well, the signal speed is 60. So we can't actually go any more than 60, otherwise it's going to have a whole breakdown and panic. Like that almost. And now it's 70. Now we get up. That's good timing. The thing is, with this train you've got to be really careful with the signal speeds. Because if you're not quick enough responding, it slams the emergency brakes on. I think I had it before as well. The emergency brakes came on, just didn't go off. They just stayed on. So you've got to be quite careful. Yeah, so we're quite quick now to Hempstead. Yeah, Jamaica, Floral Park, Hempstead. So yeah, not far. Or at least not long. Probably about another sort of, what, 15 minutes or what, 20 minutes or so. So we've only travelled that small distance, but we're probably already halfway, time-wise, almost. Should come down soonish. So once we get out this quite cool tunnel. I think there's actually a road above us as well here. That's what we're sort of hiding under. Quite a cool bit of track though. Yeah, very cool bit of track actually. Feels like we're travelling under lots of houses and almost like in a subway, but no, we're literally just under a road. Why can't it be the opposite way around? Why can't we be up above and they can be down here at the road? Then we can see all the nice trains. I think it's 15 miles an hour into Jamaica, so it's another sort of slow station to come into. Well, they're not too bad though. 15's alright. There's worse. You can see the end coming up, and then just out of here we'll go past the depot and then to Jamaica station, which I think will probably be on the far end platform. It seems most services coming on the far end one. I'd be surprised if we didn't. No, I'll start slowing it down as I think, is it 40? Possibly. It's been ages since I've been on this one. I think it does come down to 40. That sort of sound like the speed it would be, 40. Yeah, it'd be 40 across there, yeah. Yeah, it's got to be 40. And then down to 15 coming into Jamaica. And this is where we join up with the lines from New York Penn. As the cool thing about this route is it's sort of a bit of an X shape-ish. You've got the bit up to New York Penn. We've got a warning here. I think it's sort of a double yellow, this one. You've sort of got two warnings. Yeah, you've got the bit to New York Penn, which is like 10 miles from here up to New York Penn, Atlantic Terminal. Then you go along the main line. Then you've got the bit down to Hempstead, Belmont Park, and then Hicksville. So it goes all over the place. Although this train we're driving now is actually a DLC for it, whereas in the Harlem line you get the M3 with the route on here. It's a DLC. Metropolitan Transportation Authority. However, there was quite an annoying bug on this train where when you press the alerter, it would put the emergency brakes on. Doesn't anymore, thankfully. But it was a horrible bug. goes an M7. Probably up to New York Penn. And here we are though. Got the 15 signal speed now as well. And I believe that's probably red, that light there. Well, it's every time I usually do a service it's red, so I'm going to be careful. Don't want to screw up now. That'll do. Here we are. On time as well, that's really good. Again, hang on, put the brakes on a bit more. Bit more. There we go. Now they open up. Look at that, that's good. Nice train, nice station. Reminds me of Reading a little bit. Well, a little bit. In fact, this bit here almost reminds me of Gatwick as well. I think the new Gatwick sort of footbridge or something has sort of a similar-ish design. Similar-ish. Like Gatwick / Reading? You're probably wondering, what's he on about? Right. Let's go. Floral Park at 39. There we get to go straight there. That's a treat. And slow. .miles an hour. Nice. I was saying that might be a red for a second, so I was like, quickly check the map, quickly check the map. But no, it's fine. Yeah, alright. See, the track speed I think has actually gone up now to 35. But we've got to follow the signal speed, which is still 15. And yeah, if we go above that, it has a bit of a meltdown. Looks like we also have a warning as well. Sort of a green and a warning. As long as there's no reds, it's all fine. Wouldn't be surprised if we did have a red. No, it's going to have a tantrum, and it's fine. Oh, no, it's not. It had a tantrum. See, it's so easy to... This train really gets unhappy. It gets unhappy very easily. Luckily, we're going slow, so it's alright, but... It gets unhappy that was 2 miles an hour over. We did actually brake, but it was like, nah, not having it. You're coming to a stop. You gotta be careful. That was just 2 miles an hour over as well. On the downhill gradient. And then it goes up to 40. Just there, it went up to 40 as well. Oh well, it's much easier on the M7. That train doesn't have much of a tantrum. Well, not as much of a tantrum. Is that supposed to be another speedo there? Turn that on. Oh, hang on. Whoa. Still 35. Right, it's all good for us. Yeah, alright, yeah, 40, 34 over. Yes, you've also got the Hillside train facility. We don't stop there, but it's actually a station. I suppose a staff station, a bit like Who Junction. It's got the little platforms. Right now it should have gone up. And out Floral Park we then go off on the branch line. There's an M7, very smart looking trains. Some sort of UFO sound to them. Yeah, here's the hillside facility, which actually is, there's a few scenarios which actually, you know, you actually do stuff in there, but in service mode I don't think you do anything in there. Through we go. There's nothing in there either. It's just it's another route, which it would be nice to see an upgrade on it. Not as much as the BML. I think that probably should be up there, top priority. But yeah, just to see a bit more life on this route. There's just not really sort of not much going on, is there really? I mean, it's supposed to be one of sort of the busiest routes in the US. I mean, Jamaica I think is the busiest. It's like the Clapham Junction of the US. You know, trains coming in and out constantly. Whereas on here it's like 1 or 2 trains every sort of 5 minutes if you're lucky. I know a lot of people want to see sort of extensions to this route down the branch lines, or maybe like a separate route. Yeah, something like the Oyster Bay branch, or is it the St Albans? But yeah, there's tons of different branch lines on the Long Island network. Cool. And this is Queen's Village. Hopefully we're not switching tracks here in any way. I mean, we shouldn't be. Signals look all clear as well. That one changed. Maybe we are following something. Yeah, one sort of flickered there. And like it did have a warning. That seems to have sort of cleared itself. Wouldn't be the first time I've almost spadded here. On a couple of occasions actually, I've whizzed through about 70 miles an hour. There's been a red signal and it's like, we're not stopping for that. And then you've got the bloody train coming out of Belmont Park. Then you've got Bellerose Station. And I think there's actually a new station which is between Bellerose and Queen's Village, which is another tiny gap. But yeah, I think they've put in a new station. I don't think it was between Bellerose and Floral Park because that would just be daft. Yeah, I think it was Bellerose and Queen's Village. There's a new station in real life. And then just after Bellerose, you've then got Floral Park, which is sort of your 3 bridges of Long Island Railroad. Ish. Minus the depot, 1 platform, and sort of through lines on this bit. Now we definitely are following something. I keep seeing it flickering between warning and clear. That might be a service down from New York Penn. So we're stopping there. Nice easy train to control most of the time. It's just that sort of single handle or lever. Whatever. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, this is Floral Park and basically on time. Oh my god, what? Oh, what are they doing? What is going on? They're all being zapped by the third rail. No, that's why they're disappearing. Poof, gone. Wow, that is dangerous. Look at that. What are they doing? They're all going for it. You can't get on the train that side. Unbelievable. Right, it is it's Hempstead. We're not just about a Garden City. We're just straight there. And that's really quick. Was it? Did it say 4 minutes were due there? Oh, 6 minutes. So we're going to be skipping out Stuart Manor, Nassau Boulevard, Garden City, and Country Life Press. What time was it again? 8:41. So it wouldn't be like a rush hour as well. I doubt people would be going out of New York. Or maybe it's sort of a quicker service to then get it in place for the last sort of rush hour service back to the city. For people who start a bit later at say 10 AM. Signal speed is 60. I think actually it comes quite drastically down as well, rather soon. So we'll be on the eye out for that. There you go. Train should be all happy. It's gone up to 70 now actually. So let's get that up, which I think is also the track speed as well. Stuart Manor. There we go. Nice and quick. Well, yeah, does it come down quite sharp soon? I know on the other line, between I think Garden City and Nassau Boulevard, it's for some reason I think 30 miles an hour, when it should be about 70. There's that floating road there. I was coincidentally about to say it's quite a good looking route for its time. I just look over to the right and see a floating road. But yeah, it's just not a bad looking route though. Nassau Boulevard, tons of people walking really close to the edge. People walking close to the edge, everyone's zapping themselves on third rail. Long Island, you need to do some safety videos. Although saying that, I think sort of trespass, railway incidents, I think in the South London area up by about sort of 4,000%. It's mad. Right, start slowing down for Garden City as the speed does drop down. It even comes down to I think 15 miles an hour, or 10 or 15. Going around the corner in towards Country Life Press. There, you can see that's coming down actually at 60 now. It might even have a red here. Oh, that's the tricky. It's got a red, but then it's got a green. What's that all about? Does that mean we can go or not? I'm gonna have to check. No, it is green. Yeah, look, I suppose maybe green's for the top one might be if you're going straight ahead. Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah, it must be like that. Yeah, top one means you're going straight if you're going straight ahead, which we're not. So red. Whereas we're going round the corner here. It's quite a weird bit of track. I suppose maybe the line used to end here. And they sort of just added on a little extra. And the track speed, yeah, I think 15 miles an hour around this corner. It says 40 on there, but you don't want to go 40 round here. And look at that. That is a sharp corner. Yeah, good fun. Maybe do the Harlem line as well at some point. Get the M3A out for a play. Let's have a fun one today. Up to Crestwood or something. Cool. Right, around we go. And it's Country Life Press, and I think it does speed up to 40, possibly. So you do get a bit more speed on you. Yeah, here's Country Life Press, so maybe it's 40. Yeah, we'll definitely speed that up now a bit. Got a warning signal there though. I think it's 30. 30. I mean, the signal speed's 30. And I think the track speed's 30 as well. So there's Country Life Press, which sounds very much like some sort of retirement village. Welcome to Country Life Press, just on the outskirts of New York type thing. I mean, it could even be, well, a newspaper place. Country Life Press, yeah, press for newspapers and stuff. Could be that. If anybody knows why Country Life Press is called Country Life Press, comment below. I know we've had this question, I've asked this question tons of times, probably had the answer tons of times. But I'm asking again. But also, you've got to be careful here because sometimes the points are actually manual. Some of these places, yeah, it looks like we're all good. Just double checking there are no points to set. There's one ready to go back out to probably New York, that one. That might have been the thing we were following. No, I don't think we were. But another M3 as well. Not the usual M7. I think the M3s are actually back out in service. I think they did sort of get pulled, I think, in the pandemic. But then I think a late delivery of M9s has meant they've had to bring some M3s back. Don't know if they're still doing that. Yes, so you can sort of jump on these sort of 80s, 70s possibly units. I think 70s actually, these ones. So if you're in New York, get on the Long Island Railroad. And that one's actually ready to get its leaving now. Weren't waiting around. Nice and careful, nice and steady. Don't need to go too close. Well, there's no need to. That will do. Well, that is going to be it, everyone. for today's Train Some Wild video. Tail lights are up here somewhere. Oh, marker lights. Marker lights is that called. Yeah, that's going to be it from me. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Here we are at Hempstead. Links can be found in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Other than that, thanks all for coming in, and I hopefully we'll see you in the next one. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.